Welcome to today's session. I'm going to teach you the first lesson from the non-detailed book of class 7 in the NCERT syllabus. The Tiny Teacher. Do you like ants? I know, it's a foolish question. Most of you had a bitter experience from ants. When did you see an ant in the first time of your life? The first time you noticed an ant after you get the bite from it. Then you noticed, oh, it's ants. Here in this lesson, we are going to learn several interesting factors regarding ants and their lifestyles. Can you name the smallest and wisest insect you have seen? Is it a fly or mosquito? Then it must be the worms. No, none of this. It's the ant. Ant is the commonest, the smallest, but the wisest insect. The story of an ant's life is not based on facts, but people have watched their daily behavior closely. Thus we know a number of facts about this tiny creature. It's very interesting to know its lifestyle. Let's learn about its lifestyle. How do you communicate with others? We will talk, chat through WhatsApp, messengers and through phone calls, and you can talk one-to-one communication, body languages, through actions, etc. Have you ever noticed an antenna on the head of the ant? It is also called feelers. Ant uses this to communicate with other ants. It's a tiny thing that the insect waves around. It's actually the insect's nose. Watch a row of ants. You can see each ant greets all the other coming from the opposite directions by touching their feelers. How do you greet others? By shaking hands, greeting like good morning, good afternoon, etc. Here, ants are using their feelers or antenna to communicate. Now it's clear to you what's antenna and feelers. It's a tiny thing that ant uses to talk or to communicate with other ants or pass messages. There are many kinds of ants: acrobat, Argentine, carpenter, crazy, dark rover, etc. There are some of the types among them. There are more than 12,000 species of ants all over the world. The commonest among are the black or red ones. See, an ant can lift 50 times of its own body weight. No one living on earth can do it. They are very strong. Where do they live? Have you ever paid attention to that? They live in their comfortable homes called anthills. We live in houses and we have enough rooms in our houses. For example, bedrooms, living rooms, reading rooms, dining rooms, etc. Just like that, ants have rooms in their anthills, but not like us. They have hundreds little rooms and little passages. In some of these rooms, the queen ant lays eggs. She needs plenty of rooms to lay eggs. Other rooms are nurseries for the young ones called grubs. The ants have a lot of workers and soldiers. Workers live in reserved quarters and the soldiers live in barracks. Do you know what is barrack? Barracks are usually a group of long buildings built for military personnel or laborers. Workers spend most of their time for searching food. They store the food in storehouses. The workers respect the soldiers and they never try to get into the room of soldiers. And No soldiers ever try to go and search for food. Their job is to guard the ants. Thus, their life is very peaceful. They share their works intelligently as well as bravely. And moreover, they never fight with the other members of the group. There are still a lot of interesting factors regarding ants. The queen is the mother of the entire population of the colony. Can you imagine the lifespan of the queen ant? Its lifespan is about 15 years. For an ant, 15 years is a great period. The queen ant has a pair of wings. The queen leaves its nest and goes out to meet a male ant to mate. This is called wedding flight or nuptial flight. This flight takes place on a hot summer days. On its return, it leaves or bite off its wings and then lay eggs. Egg hatch and the grubs come out. Soldiers guard them, workers feed and clean them, and they will look after the ants and make them exercises. Thus they will become strong. 2 or 3 weeks later, the grubs become cocoons. They lie without food or any other activity for these days. Then the cocoons break and perfect ants appear. Now, they are babies. It's time to learn. New ants learn their duties from old ants as workers, soldiers, etc. After a few weeks training, they will be ready to go out into the big world of work. I mentioned earlier that the name of the ant's house is called anthill. But don't think that anthill is the only home for ant. It's also for some other insects or creatures like beetles, lesser breeds of ants, or green fly, etc. Do you know why do ants need these alien creatures in their nest? There are several reasons for this. They are: some give off pleasant smells to ant senses. Others give sweet juices. Some others are plaything or pets. We humans have cats and dogs as pets. Likewise, they keep some insects as pets. The green fly is the ant's cow. The ants train them to give honey dew with the touch of their antenna or feelers. They milk them just as we milk the cow. We humans have to learn from them their hard work, sense of duty, discipline, cleanliness, care for the young ones, and apart from this, a firm loyalty to the land where they live. We humans haven't put our learning to good use, but they are not like that. They are very noble and gentle. When you see the ants next time, I'm sure you will be curious to watch them. The life of each animal or insects have very interesting lifestyle like this. Thank you.